Y'all, February has been nuts. But we'll get into that in the Mind of the Creator update. Right now, I'm on my couch. That's the nerd wall. You can't see all the nerd wall because I'm short and whatever. But we're going to talk about books. We're going to talk about this book. And then we're going to talk about this book. Wait, I'm blocking the book. There's the book. Let's do it, y'all. It's Book Reviews with Crystal. I'm Crystal. I'll come closer in a second. I'm tired, y'all. I'm just tired, but I'm excited to talk about some goddamn books, so let's do it. Now you're just looking at my eyeballs. Do you like my eyeballs? I like my eyeballs. All right, let me stop being ridiculous. Okay, y'all. Let's welcome everybody. It's Book Reviews with Crystal. This is where I sit down and I talk to y'all about the books that I have read and what I think about them. One author reading books. Yes, because I write books too. You can check out my Snarky series. Go on over to my website, inthemindofcrystalstorm.com. That's going to get all redesigned soon, so just be prepared that it's all going to look different because whatever, it needs to look different. But go to the website, inthemindofcrystalstorm.com. Click on books and writing. You can get to my two novels, the Snarky series. In the process of writing the third one, so real quick, got to do that self-promotion because y'all don't watch the end of the video. As soon as I stop talking about the books, y'all just going to click that shit off. So I got to do it now so y'all might listen. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, you can follow along as I write my third book. I am sharing my entire creative process with you guys. It's been great. I'm brainstorming on Twitch with you guys. I'm going through the plot. I'm sharing the raw, rough draft scenes that apparently you're not supposed to share. Fuck that, I'm sharing them. Like the whole creative process. And then if you support me over on Patreon, you get more. You get like audio file, you get a PDF especially for you. You get some more behind the scenes stuff. You get access to my author notes, all that good shit over on Patreon. There's links. Boom. It's all down there. There's a lower third. I'm going to put it somewhere. It's going to be whatever I'm going to touch it. I'm just going to touch it. It's going to be down there. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's all the updates I want to give you guys. I hope everybody's having an amazing month. I hope it has been wonderful for you. Yeah, but it's been a long month for me. But I'm gonna rap about that during the Mind of a Creator update that I will do likely this weekend because I got a lot of other stuff I got to do today. But right now, we're gonna talk about these two awesome fucking books, guys. Let's do it. Okay. Let's start with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Boop. All right, this is the novelization of the game that I'm still currently playing over on my Twitch channel. You guys can come hang out with us. It's awesome. The game is amazing. It's beautiful. We're playing it on PS4 just because I need to upgrade my computer. That upgrade life, y'all, before I can play it on PC. But it's fun. There's so much to it. This is the novelization by Mr. Gordon here. So here's what I thought of this. Okay, so it wasn't a bad book, and I really like that Cassandra is canon. That's awesome. She's a great, great character. And the book did a good job of taking you on a journey, but it felt like a series of events more than a story, if y'all kind of know what I'm saying. It felt like just a lot of beats, a lot of this is next, this is next, this is, you know, it felt like you were playing the video game, but reading about it, it's hard to describe. It didn't feel, there's a flow to novels. And this one, it wasn't that it was disjointed. It's just that it just felt like it was just hitting the major, and not, well, it kind of missed some, but hitting like kind of the major plots of the video game and taking us bump through that. But it was enjoyable. It was enjoyable, just not I wouldn't call it, you know, one of my most favorite books that I ever read. There was some stuff left out that I wish they had dove into a lot more as far as kind of the mythology around the Assassin's Creed world. Like this, I'm going to kind of spoil a little bit, but the book basically just covers Cassandra's journey in going back and the war with Sparta and Athens and how she gets entangled in that. And being a Mystios and how that kind of gets resolved and finding her mom and dealing with her brother and fighting the cult. But they don't get really deep into kind of, you know, how the cult and what they're doing and all the badass artifacts and all that mythology, that's not really touched. You get like a little bit of that, like at the end of the book, you get like a chapter that kind of like teases that. And I was like, I wish that it had have been intertwined more into the story, because as I'm playing the video game, and I haven't finished it, but in the video game does a lot better job of giving us kind of that that mythology of Assassin's Creed and the aliens that were here before, and how everything is going on, and all that the Assassin's Creed mythology that I'm doing a really bad job of explaining because I played like 2 of them, but I love the world. It's great. So that was kind of the thing that I wanted. I wanted a lot more of that. It wasn't that Cassandra's journey through Sparta and kind of getting to hang out with her and all of that wasn't interesting. I just wanted kind of more of the cooler shit that, is Assassin's Creed. I wanted a lot more of that. As far as Cassandra, the character, and getting to hang out with her in the book, she's kind of, it feels a little, I wanted more character development from her. I guess I wanted more, and it's weird to say that I wanted more of her when the book is literally about her, but it was, again, the book is very focused on, A to B to this to that and next and next and next, and there's not a whole lot of diving deep into, I don't know, who Cassandra is. Again, this is kind of hard. Like, you read books, you know what I'm talking about. It's just hard to describe that kind of depth of character that I wanted. I wanted more of Cassandra, which is, again, it's an interesting thing to say because the book's about her, but I wanted more of kind of who she is. It almost felt like she's repped in some scenes pretty good, but it almost felt like you could have literally inserted any other character in her role in this book and the book still would have worked. Like, it didn't have to be this Cassandra. It could have literally been, you could have grabbed a character from almost any universe and plugged and played, and they would have taken the same kind of journey and it would have worked out well. You see what I'm saying? So it didn't make her stand out a lot in my mind. Like in this book that we're gonna read in a second, V.E. Schwab's A Darker Shade of Magic was great. I found myself, really drawn to the characters, and when the book was over, I wanted to go back and hang out with them more. And even when I wasn't reading it, I find myself kind of thinking about the characters. So there was that pull and that draw that I didn't have reading this, but it kept my attention. It did kept my attention. So there was that. There was one kind of fight scene, not a kind of fight scene. It like legitimately was a fight. I don't know how you kind of have a fight scene. Whatever. Okay. So there was a scene where she's fighting Demios, her brother, and he's like legit like whooping her ass because he's like faster and better and all that kind of stuff. And then when she fights him again, all of a sudden she just starts winning. And so for me, I was kind of like, but why? Why when they meet again is all of a sudden she on par with him? Because that scene was really good because it did a really good job of kind of getting into her head as she's fighting, and she's no slouch herself. Like, Cassandra's badass. But it's getting into how to, he's fighter. He was, she's really, going into why he's winning this fight. And then I don't necessarily think we needed like some kind of training montage or whatever, but when they meet again both times, kind of spoiling it for you, but she wins. And it's kind of why? What changed? Was it just because now she knows his fighting style, so she knows what to expect? Like, maybe, but that was it was a little bit kind of like jarring for me. Like, I expected there to be some kind of up level for her. So when she does face Demios again, like, there's a reason that she's going to win this fight, situation kind of, that makes a lot of sense. Like, a good throwback that I'm thinking of right now as I'm talking about it, like Daredevil season 3, which was phenomenal. Oh my God, it was so good. I need to talk about that as well because it was so good. Daredevil to season 3. There's when Daredevil, first fights Bullseye. As far as like the hand-to-hand, back and forth goes, like, Daredevil's kicking his ass. He's literally like ass whooping. And then all of a sudden Bullseye does what Bullseye does, and now everything, pencils, pens, staplers, stupid shit on people's desks has become a weapon. And, Daredevil hasn't really encountered that before. So it's, so now he's losing because he's not really prepared. But then when he meets, Bullseye again, now he realizes, now he's seen, Bullseye's fighting style. He knows what to expect. He can compensate. He's made he's put these awesome ropes around his hands so he hits harder and that sort of thing. So he's ready for it. You understand why when he meets Bullseye again, he's got a better shot of winning the fight. With Cassandra and Demios's fight, I didn't have that. It was literally just, okay, the first time she loses, because plot, okay, but that was cool. It was well explained. And then the next couple of times, it's just like, okay, now she's awesome and she's just beating him. And there's not a, I don't know, it's disjointed. But aside from that, if you're in the bookstore and you want to pick it up or you grab it on sale and you like to read and you want to hang out with Cassandra a little more, it's decent. Like, it's decent. It's a fun little read. You'll get through it, I think, fairly quickly because it's fairly fast paced. It will, kind of hold your attention. It definitely was a book that left me wanting more from the characters and from the story. But the video game so far, fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. All right, let us talk about this amazing book right here. V.E. Schwab, A Darker Shade of Magic. Y'all, this book was fucking awesome. To the point that I have, wait, I'm gonna go get it. Hold up. I'm back. I got the second one too. I was in Barnes & Noble. Okay, I got it. Anyway, so let's talk about this. So I was not familiar with this author. My girlfriend got me this book to read and loved it. So it's got a little bit of a slow burn for me. And I don't normally get into books that have that kind of a slow burn. Like, I like to kind of just be smacked in the head with like the story or like some shit going down. Like, kind of the way that Mass Effect 2 starts. We're just in some shit, and Mass Effect 3 is like we're just literally like in the shit, and then the story kind of takes from there. Like, I like my books like that. But this was excellent. It really, like, even when I put it down and, what I was mostly reading it before bed at night, instead of being on my fucking phone on social media. Y'all know. Don't act like y'all don't know. Okay, I was like, maybe I should read a book instead. So I was doing that, so I was getting in a couple chapters here and there. And again, it was a slow burn, but it held my attention a lot. And the more I got into the story, the more I was invested in the characters of Kel and, y'all know I don't do names. Wait. Delilah, thank you. She's awesome. I just don't do names. I'm like, I love this character, but I don't do names. But anyway, if you're not familiar, this is a book about, it's fantasy and magic, and it's awesome, and it's got multiple dimensions. I mean, I call them multiple dimensions. She probably doesn't call them multiple dimensions. I'm calling these, it's like multiple dimensions. There's different Londons, y'all, and there's these magic wielders, and there's the special ones, and then there's everybody else who's trying to get magic, and magic is like the force, like it's everywhere, and you can either and you can use it in different ways, and all the Londons are so very distinct, and I love the world that she built. I love the way she uses magic in it. It was great. And like I said, what I was finding is the more I got into the story, the more she pulled me into the story. So even when I put the book down, the deeper I got in, I was thinking, you know what? I need to go back and find out what the fuck is going on in fucking London. All these Londons. Like, I need to go back and read this. I need to, go what's up with Kel and like Delilah. Like, I need to know what's up with all of this. So I found, and then the last couple of chapters blew through it. It wasn't even it was one of those where I can't work. I can't do any of this content creation shit. I got to read this fucking book right here because I need to know what the fuck is happening. I need to know, like, right now. I'm trying not to spoil it too much, but I need to know what the fuck is happening. Love the way it ended. It was great. I mean, so many authors give you, it happens, authors. I hear you and I love you. Stop being anticlimactic, okay? If you make your villain OP, then you got to figure out a way to handle it. And she did a great job with this. Like that, the final type battles had me stressed out. Like, literally stressed out for what was going to go down and like the characters and how everything was going to happen. So it was just really good. And even more when the book was over, I found myself missing the characters. And I love that. I love that when you put the book down, you're like, oh, but I want to hang out with fucking my peeps some more. And now I can't because I don't have the other book, but I want to hang out with them. And, so I'm trying. So it's great. If you like, magic and fantasy and all that good shit, then definitely pick this up. Like I said, it does. For me, it started out a little slow, but not a bad slow. Like, she does a really good job of world building, of introducing the characters, so you get a really good feel for them. So again, she did a phenomenal job with that. and it definitely held my attention. Definitely held my attention. It just, I wasn't into like that page turning, like, gotta read the book, you know, can't do nothing else, gotta read the book, until like the last couple of chapters when shit was going down. Then I was like, no, we Netflix binging, gotta have it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say about it. It's great. Read it. Pick it up. There's 3 in the series, pretty sure. I think I'm not lying. So I have the second one. So that will be our next review. I'm having a problem because I have this, and then I also got Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, and I was introduced to Jay with the Illuminate Files. He co-authored that with Amy's last name. Again, I don't do names. Don't judge me, I don't do names. But anyway, so I'm having a real hard time figuring out which one I want to read first. I don't know. Like, I want to hang out with the people in this one, but I'm really quite curious about this one, and I can only read one at a time. That's a lie. I could read 2 at a time, but you know, you got to start one. Like, you got to read, like, you see what I'm saying? So, like, I don't even know what to do, y'all. Anyway, okay. That's it. We're done. That is our review. It was a quick one. That was good. We nailed that. We nailed that in like 20, 25 minutes or so. I dig it. All right. I have a 2 book a month challenge right now. So I'm trying to read 30 books a year. Do not judge me with this number. Okay. I have a lot of shit going on. I will be super proud of myself if I continually read 2 books in a month. And if I do more than that, yay. But whatever. This is whatever. It's not even underachieving. I'm busy, y'all. I got shit to do. Anyway. So I will definitely review as I am plowing through these books. I'm not even plowing through these books. As I read these books, because I love books, I need a bigger bookshelf. Y'all see my little Funkos? I need more of those. Those are awesome. That's it. Y'all know where to get me. Get me on Twitter. Get me on Instagram. Get the website. Get the books. Hit me up on Patreon. That would be great. Love your support on Patreon. You allow me to do a lot of cool shit. I mean, there's so much world building that I'm doing with Synarchy. And there's a TV series coming, guys. I'm literally working on the script for Synarchy, making some tweaks to that. That is all coming later this year, earlier into 2020. But it's a thing. It's happening. I am loving sharing my creative process with you guys and letting you follow along as I write the book. So that's what's up. We got artwork coming. There's like just so much you want to do. So please hit me up on Patreon. Definitely check out the first 2 Synarchy series. If you like this review, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, all that fucking shit. And I will see y'all next time. Have a great March. Yes. Okay, goodbye.